We are thrilled to have the head ball coach, Steve Spurrier, here, and the head ball coach of this brand new franchise with the name and the logo revealed today, the Orlando Apollos, which seems so appropriate in so many ways because not only are you talking about the sun, which we know we get a lot of down here, but obviously the space program as well. Seems like a perfect way to get this this franchise started. What are your thoughts behind it?
It is a tribute to the Space Coast, the Kennedy Space Center over there and so forth, and wonderful work they do. The dark blue in the color, they tell me represents deep space. I've never been there, but they tell me that's what it looks like. And certainly we are the Sunshine State here in Orlando and Florida, and the colors of the sun. We got a bright orange and also a dark orange. So I think everybody's very pleased with it, and I think our team will be fired up, and we'll be a bunch of energetic Apollos.
It's appropriate. You're talking about the space program was exploring new ground. That's kind of what this franchise is doing here in Orlando. When you think about what you guys are starting here and what you want to accomplish, what is it that you want fans to know about this product, this team, this franchise, and this league?
Well, Evan, we're professional football, and we're in the Orlando, Central Florida community. And obviously, we believe, the ones who started the alliance, that America will love football. They love watching football on television. And there's so many really good football players that there's just not enough room in the NFL. So we believe we can put a quality product out there. And Orlando does not have a pro football team. Now we got one.
Yeah.
So we want to represent the area. We want players from UCF, Florida, FSU. We have the rights to the in-state players. So it'll be sort of a local flavor of guys performing. And we play in February, March, April. We're not trying to compete with the colleges or the NFL. We want our own little time slot there. But we believe that football is America's favorite sport, and people will watch it if it's a good game.
Now, this isn't your first go-around with a league outside the NFL. I know people remember your days in the USFL, the Tampa Bay Bandits. You guys used to put 45,000 butts in seats for those games, and a lot of people would argue that was the most exciting football in all of football in those days. When you think back to that, how much of that experience are you bringing to what you guys are doing?
Well, Evan, we were fortunate the Tampa Bay Buccaneers weren't very good in that time. So they were scoring about 7 to 10 points a game, and we sometimes could hit in the 40s or a lot of times in the 30s anyway. So relative sometimes to the other team in town has something to do with it. But we're the only pro football team in town, so we want to make a thrilling, exciting game, but the object is to win the game also, as we all know. So we want a team that is competing for the championship, and that ultimately would be our goal, is to win the championship for the Orlando area again, sort of like the UCF Knights did this past year. They won them all, and they're on pace right now. So really congratulate those guys out there for what they've done.
And I'm definitely going to ask you about that in just a second, considering where you guys will be playing your home games. What excites you the most about the idea of getting back on the sidelines, getting back out there coaching football? What really fired you up about the process?
Yeah, Evan, when you're coaching, you always think, well, I'll be finished someday, and then my day came, and then after a couple of years out, you say, well, maybe I can still do this pretty well. And I think mentally I'm okay, I think. And so I still got a lot of fire in me, and that's what I do. I think I've been blessed with the ability to coach, and I should do that. And I wasn't going to do it in college because I really don't want to recruit 9, 10 months a year, and that's about what all of them do now. So this is a 4 to 5 month job, and we're going to get a team. We're going to play ball. We're going to compete against the other guys. We're going to try to beat them. They're going to try to beat us. And football is a passionate sport, and it gives us a chance to compete and a chance to do what we love doing in life. And most of the coaches are sort of like me. They've done their thing. They're out. Now they got an opportunity to do it again. And the players are a little bit like that. Yeah. They had an opportunity maybe go to the NFL, didn't work out. Now they got another opportunity. And if they play very well in the Alliance, they may be in the NFL the next year, and that's fine with us.
When I looked at the idea behind this, it seems like for someone like you, this is an opportunity for a pure coaching opportunity in so many ways. But it also means there's not a long training camp or getting ready for the season. It's a shorter timeline. So what are the challenges about getting these guys in and getting them ready to play at a high level as fast as you need to?
Evan, I believe if we can't get a team ready to play in 1 month, there's something wrong with us. Sometimes I hear all these coaches say, well, we've only had them 1 year. Gosh, certainly in a year you can teach them to line up and go on the snap count and this, that, and the other. But, I think it's going to be one of the most fair leagues of all in the fact that we allocate the players around. There will be a draft for players that are free to go anywhere. So we will have a chance for the teams to be pretty evenly matched.
While you're sitting here, I got to ask you about your Gators with Tennessee this weekend. Boy, that rivalry was at its absolute peak, when you were at Florida. A little bit of a different scenario now, obviously, as both teams are trying to rebuild a little bit. Looking back, what are your favorite memories of the rivalry? Obviously, when you first got there, they got you, then you got them. And when Peyton was there, you guys seemed to own him a little bit. What is it about the rivalry that you remember the most?
Evan, it is interesting. I was watching Marcus Spears and Greg McElroy on the SEC network the other morning, and both of them said that when they were sort of like in high school in the early 90s, that this was the big game in the SEC for the whole season. It was Tennessee and Florida. We were the best two teams. The first 10 years that we had division play, 92 to 01, I think we were in the game 7 times and they were in the other 3. I think we won 5 and they won 2. So between us, we won 7 of 10 SECs right in that time period. So both teams are not quite predicted to do that this year, but it's early. Yeah. And who knows how good our Gators can be. We hadn't played all that super yet, but hopefully we can put it together up there in Knoxville. I've had some fun games up there, won some, lost some. One of the most fun, I was telling people the other day, was when I was coaching at Duke University, and we opened the season up there way back in 1982, and somehow snuck out with a 25-24 victory. And that was the first game I ever coached at Neyland Stadium there at Rocky Top. So that was probably my most thrilling game, actually.
There was a 48 straight points in the rain in the second half. That was pretty fun.
That was in the swamp, yeah. We scored 8, one right before half, and then 7 the second half in that one. That was pretty good offensive play, but Danny, Ike, and Riedel, all them guys, Chris Doring also.
So, as we mentioned, you're playing your home games for the Apollos in Spectrum Stadium. And boy, is there some exciting offense being played there right now. It seems like in order to play your home games in that building, you got to go out there and you got to score points. So it's pretty appropriate that you're bringing a team there. What have you seen about this UCF team that makes them special? Why are they so exciting?
I got a chance to watch them last year twice. I saw the game with South Florida here. We came down. Actually, my son Scott coaches at South Florida. And they're 3-0 right now, doing well. And then I was able to go to the Chick-fil-A Bowl and watch them beat Auburn. Got a chance to talk to Scott Frost briefly before the game and watched Mackenzie Milton warm up. And I said, these guys are ready to play. Yeah. And they beat Auburn. It wasn't any fluke or anything. They flat beat Auburn. And if people say, what do you think about them claiming the national championship? And I said, why not? I mean, after all, Georgia and Auburn, they both Alabama, they both beat them. So it was very much they had a right to claim national championship.
All right, so everybody at home, for just a moment, put your fingers in your ears so you don't hear this. Are you going to give us your first play call? Can you let the cat out of the bag? They're not listening.
First play call? Yeah. No, I haven't got that. I haven't got that yet. But we're going to have some different plays, Evan. I don't know. I don't know if fans are like me, but I love watching a ball play and saying, I don't think I've ever seen that before. And so we're going to have some plays, hopefully, that maybe the fans have never seen before.